Nathan, a 3-1 defeat at home against Warrington Rylands in a match that panned out in a very similar pattern to the last one against Ashton here.
Yeah, obviously we've lost the game 3-1. You get out of the game what you deserve. I think for a chunk of the second half we were outstanding. It only ever looked like there was going to be one winner at 1-1. Goals change games and we've crumbled again at home, which is massively disappointing. And you know, from a character point of view, we need to improve that. When we go down, we've got to be better. But yeah, it was littered with individual mistakes, and I don't think Ashton have really worked hard to score the 3 goals.
Yeah, once again a nightmare start just 2 minutes in before Rylands did take the lead, and then again the goals in the second half, I'm sure they'll be disappointed to the man of those.
Without a doubt, 2 minutes in, and we've just left a gaping hole down the middle of the pitch to slide their striker in, which is again really poor. You don't find that at this level. It surprised me. We've addressed it, but like you just said, the other two goals that they've scored, it was from our point of view catastrophic really. You're not going to win football matches, and it's impossible to continually score 3 or 4 goals to win games or get something from games. So we need to tighten the back door. We know that. I'll go to work next week with that. I know where we need to improve. We're working it in training, but ultimately we've got to be better as a collective.
Yeah, I suppose the one blessing from that first half, in fact it wasn't 2, because just after they scored they had another great opportunity as well, but luckily Shane Bland equal to that one.
They did, yeah, well done Blandy. And you know, we've had one that's, the lads are saying, has gone over the line, the linesman hasn't seen it, but you get some and some go against you. But you're going to ride your luck in games. They've rode their luck when we were on top of the game. We should have had at least a couple of goals, I think. But you know, you earn your luck, I think. They've battled, they've grafted, they've hit us on the counter-attack. And our defence, you know, collectively haven't been able to deal with their pace at the top end. It's caused us some problems. So it just comes to organisation and leadership, as I've said, and you know, a bit of character. And I think we could have seen that game through today.
Yeah, and the goal equaliser came from Colby Shepherd just as it started to, you know, open up a bit more. Both teams having decent chances. Whitby in particular really growing into that game, and perhaps sliced the fortune with the goal, but you know, all a great finish, all none from Colby Shepherd.
No, we were outstanding at that point. The goal changed it. When we do score goals, this is what we do. We do go on the front foot, get the tails up, and they play some really good, attractive football, penetrate teams. We were on the front foot from that point, and I know Cleggy will have been in his dugout and he's thinking, look, I want to hold out for a draw. We just need to see this through. But you know, they've sucker punched us at the other end, and that's what you know, the most disappointing thing, because at that particular point, and I looked at, you know, the body language of my players, you know, I knew it was going to be tough for us to come back.
Yeah, in terms of that home form, I know it's something you've probably been asked a few times, but it's kind of the $1 million question, really, isn't it? What seems to be the issue when we're playing at home?
Don't know. It's one of those. I can't put my finger on it. I really can't. I talk about pressure. Listen, there's 500-600 fans here. That's not pressure. We go away from home. We play with more fans than that. That are against us. I just think, as a collective, as a group, individuals are having off days, and it's affecting the cohesion of the team. I think unlucky for us, it's been at home. We obviously want to make up our home ground a fortress. Want to make it harder for teams to win, but the last 3 games we've conceded 10 goals. That's not us. There's something fundamentally wrong there, and we need to put a stop to it as soon as we can.
Yeah, and it's one of those next week back at home again in the FA Cup, and that's one there that, you know, in the league you get away with it, but in a FA Cup tie year like that, you can't afford any errors like that.
No, you can't. But the difference is with this team, and they said it through. We've done it through pre-season. We'll play some nice, attractive football, and we'll get on the front foot, and the lads will go into the game very confident. The question is obviously when the going gets tough. So that's the challenge I've set for the lads, and it's what we're going to look at this week. When we do go behind, it's really hard for us. We don't seem to be able to come back from it. But that's the challenge for the lads, and next week it'll pose a totally different challenge. Of course it will. It's a one game, you know, potentially a replay if it ends a draw. But obviously we want to get it done on the first game on the day. So we need to be better than what we were today, 100% defensively from the front to the back, and we need to be better going forward. We need to be more clinical. So I've not said that often this season, because we've scored 22 goals in 8 games, which is brilliant. But we've got to do it consistently every week.
Yeah, and as well that cup game we saw last week, the performance point against goal. I'm sure you will have a very similar, you know, front foot approach from your side.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what we wanted to do from front of porch. But 2 minutes, everything goes out the window through a lack of concentration and leadership. We approach every game exactly the same way. At the minute, it's a bit of a toss of the coin how we start the game. But I'll repeat, yeah, irrespective of what the opposition is next week, you know, the first goal at the moment for us is very important. It's important we get that. If we don't, the challenge will set in, can we come back from it? So it's something we're going to work on this week, and like I say, it's going to be work in progress. It's not a magic wand, it's not going to happen overnight, but we certainly need to shore it up at the back end.
Thanks, Nathan.